The average man checks his phone 96 times per day. His mind bounces between TikTok, work stress, relationship drama, and 1,000 other distractions. He's everywhere and nowhere at once. But there's a fictional assassin who represents the opposite of this chaos. A man who achieved something most will never experience: absolute laser focus. Today I'm breaking down John Wick's focus framework, the same psychological principles that elite Navy SEALs use, that ancient Stoics mastered, and that separate men who achieve their goals from men who just dream about them. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 4 focus secrets that turn scattered energy into unstoppable momentum. But here's what unfocused men never realize about John Wick's success. It wasn't his skills that made him unstoppable. It wasn't his training or his weapons. It was something far more powerful. Something that happened in his mind before he ever picked up a gun. And this first principle will completely change how you approach your goals. Principle 1. Singular obsession. John Wick doesn't multitask. When someone kills his dog, he doesn't also worry about his mortgage, his social media, or what people think of him. He has one mission: revenge. Everything else becomes irrelevant. This is what Marcus Aurelius called the discipline of focus, the ability to eliminate everything that doesn't serve your primary objective. Modern men fail because they try to chase 10 goals at once. Warriors succeed because they become obsessed with one. Your scattered attention is your enemy. Your singular obsession is your weapon. But having one goal isn't enough. Most men pick a target and then immediately sabotage themselves with a mental mistake that John Wick never makes. And before I reveal this second principle that separates the men who finish from the men who quit halfway through, if you're serious about developing this level of focus, hit that subscribe button and let me help you hold yourself accountable. The men who subscribe and apply these principles are the ones building businesses, transforming their bodies, and taking control of their lives. The ones who just watch and scroll away, they'll still be making excuses next year. So, subscribe if you're ready to fuel the fire within you and become the man you know you're capable of being. This second principle is what separates the men who finish from the men who quit halfway through. Principle 2. Emotional fuel. John Wick doesn't rely on motivation or willpower. He uses something far more powerful: emotional fuel. His love for his wife, his grief over her death, his rage at those who wronged him. These emotions don't distract him, they power him. Unfocused men try to logic their way to success. They make vision boards and set smart goals, but they ignore the emotional engine that drives real achievement. Find your emotional fuel. What makes you angry? What do you refuse to accept? What would you regret never achieving? Picture this. You've set so many goals. You wanted to stick with martial arts, launch that business idea, build something meaningful, but you never followed through. And because of that, you'll never be able to retire your mother from her job. You'll never give back to the parents who sacrificed for you. You'll never take care of your family the way they deserve. Doesn't that make you angry? Good. That anger, that refusal to accept mediocrity, that's not distraction. That's rocket fuel. That's the fire within you that separates dreamers from achievers. This is what it means to fuel the fire, to take that burning desire, to provide, to protect, to prove yourself, and channel it into unstoppable action. But here's where most men with goals and emotional fuel still fail. They make a critical error in how they handle obstacles. There's a specific way John Wick deals with problems that most men get completely backwards. Principle 3. Obstacle elimination. When John Wick faces a problem, he doesn't manage it or work around it. He eliminates it completely. Bodyguards blocking his path? Eliminated. Rival assassins hunting him? Eliminated. Entire criminal organizations against him? Eliminated. This isn't about violence. It's about mindset. Unfocused men negotiate with their obstacles. They try to minimize problems instead of solving them. They manage their weaknesses instead of eliminating them. You're procrastinating on social media? Delete the apps. You're surrounded by negative people? Cut them out. You're making excuses? Eliminate the excuses. Stop managing your obstacles. Start eliminating them. But there's one final element that ties everything together, something that unfocused men completely misunderstand about sustained effort. This last principle is why John Wick can maintain his focus for years, while most men burn out in weeks. Principle 4. Systematic persistence. John Wick doesn't rely on bursts of motivation. He has systems. He prepares his weapons the same way every time. He follows the same combat patterns. He has rituals that maintain his edge. Unfocused men depend on feelings. They work hard when they feel motivated and slack off when they don't. Warriors work consistently, regardless of how they feel, because they've built systems that carry them through. Your morning routine, your work schedule, your preparation rituals, these aren't just habits. They're the infrastructure of focus. Build systems that make success inevitable, not dependent on your mood. Here's the brutal truth. Building a daily routine is what separates winners from losers. Unsuccessful men drift through life without a plan. They're like a feather in the wind, blown around by whatever happens to them. Don't be that man. From the moment you wake up, you should know exactly what you're attacking today. Set your goals the night before so you wake up ready for war, not wondering what to do. Do this every single day, and I guarantee you'll see results. This isn't optional. This is the only way to become truly successful. Final conclusion. So there's your blueprint for laser focus, singular obsession, emotional fuel, obstacle elimination, and systematic persistence. But here's the question that will determine whether you're truly ready for this level of focus. Most men say they want success, but they're not willing to pay the price. They want the results without the sacrifice. Are you ready to become singularly obsessed with your goal, even if it means saying no to everything else? Tell me in the comments, what's the emotional fuel that's going to drive you? What makes you so angry that you refuse to accept it anymore? Comment your answer below and come back to this video in exactly 3 months. Let's see who actually did something about it and who's still making excuses. The men who comment with their answer are the ones who take action. The ones who just watch and scroll away will still be stuck in the same place next year. And if you're ready to build the focus that separates winners from wishers, hit that subscribe button. The unfocused majority will keep bouncing between distractions. But you're about to become dangerously focused.